Chris mentions in his video that he had the nickname of Kit, and he liked it. Yeah, that is a pretty cool nickname. Well, I have a nickname too. Everybody knows me as Coffee House Porcupine. Now, many of you have heard the story. If you have, time to tune out would be right now. But some of you may not have heard the story, and that's why I'm doing this reply. Where the name Coffee House Porcupine came from, the coffee house part came because I have hung in coffee houses my entire life. It all started in Howard Johnson's when I was about 12 years old. We lived close, within walking distance of a Howard Johnson's, and I used to walk in there at age 12. I would have a couple dollars in my pocket, and I would sit down at the counter and I'd order a cup of coffee. Back then it was 53 cents. And I would leave the remaining 47 cents for the tip. And got to know all the different regulars in there, the ones that came in every night. Got into conversation with them. These were people that were fairly older than I was. The one thing that worked out really nice is a lot of people that were my age were going out and partying. I wanted no part of the partying crowd. So I was a counter regular at Howard Johnson's drinking coffee. And as you can see to this day, I still drink coffee. When Howard Johnson's closed down in 1987, I went across the street to Denny's and became a counter regular over there. Then eventually Denny's also closed. After that, I took up going to mom and pop style coffee houses. I go to one now, Jimmy the Greek's on Trend West Drive. And I drink coffee and I eat, but I'm still known as Coffee House. The Porcupine part, well, before I was Coffee House Porcupine, I was Coffee House Schmuck. Now, where Schmuck started from was occasionally you get haters on your videos. And a hater one time just called me a schmuck. So I thought that was a pretty interesting thing for him to call me. So I decided to give myself the name Coffee House Schmuck. So that way he couldn't call me a schmuck. I was already one according to my name on YouTube. But then I noticed that a lot of people that went to my church were watching my videos. I didn't think schmuck was appropriate. So I took about 2 months to take all my videos from my Coffee House Schmuck channel. I created Coffee House Porcupine. This was in 2008. And moved all them over. I had been with the Coffee House Schmuck channel since 2006. And Chris Perillo was the very first person I ever responded to. It was to his airline safety video. Many of you probably remember that video. But where I got the porcupine part was when I was a first grader. And I'm still embarrassed about this to the day. I used to go around with sharpened pencil points. I'm going to use a pen to do this illustration. But I would sharpen the pencil up and we'd be out at recess and I would go poke people. I'd be like, get the point, get the point, get the point, get the point, get the point. Some little girl decided to give me the nickname Porcupine. This is first grade. I was immature back then. But I got the name Porcupine and it stuck. And then in the 1970s came the CB craze, this band radio. And I decided to use the name Porcupine when I was on those Citizens Band radios. And then that kind of wore off, and then later down the line came YouTube, and now I'm Coffee House Porcupine on YouTube. The Coffee House Porcupine is not my only channel. I use Coffeehouse Porcupine for vlogging and for off-the-wall crazy videos where I'm just acting goofy or loopy, whatever word you want to apply to that. Coffeehouse on Holiday is where I put my vacation videos. Then I got Coffeehouse Sports. Let's say I go out and film a pickup basketball game, or maybe I might go to a high school football game and film halftime. That's on Coffeehouse Sports. And then I have Coffeehouse Stories. Coffeehouse Stories, I tell stories about funny things that have happened to me during the course of my life. I have the story about the time I fell into a trash compactor, the time my belt loop got caught on a nail and I lost my balance and I fell to the floor and the pants didn't. You can watch the video to find out about the rest of that. And then there was the time that I fell through a friend's picture window when I was trying to play a practical joke on him. The picture window ended up costing me $160 because it was 2 windows, $80 per window. So yeah, I've had some crazy things happen to me. If you want to hear those stories, go to the Coffeehouse Stories channel. But anyhow, people ask me the most, where do I get my ending phrase? Thank you for allowing me to bore you and have a great day. Bye. Well, the thank you for allowing me to bore you, in 1995, I was in between 2 different jobs. I took a minimum wage job at a department store called Clover. I was a janitor for them. And I became real good friends with a security guard in there. And every morning when he opened up the store, he would say, "Clover is now open for business, and have a nice day. Thank you." That's where I got that. This guy was pretty cool. I mean, one time I was standing outside the store talking to him. He was waiting for his son to pick him up after work because his car was in the shop. He sees his son come driving down through the parking lot, and he puts his hand up and yells, "Taxi! Taxi!" That's the sense of humor this guy had. So I tried to emulate that myself. You know, the guy was pretty comical, so I just enjoyed what he did, so I kind of did it myself. And the bore you part comes from a hater. One hater on YouTube one time said, "You're boring." Well, and I figured if I tell the people, "Thank you for allowing me to bore you, and have a great day," well, they can't say I'm boring because I'm already acknowledging it. And on that note, thank you for allowing me to bore you, and have a great day. Bye.